Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby, TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 10 such specimens to examine. Look at that, 10 TTMs to examine. If you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Take a little break from some college football, relax, get ready to enjoy the trading card autograph fun presented to you absolutely 100% advertisement free from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. TTM. All right, we're going to take a little break from the college football action. Michigan beat Iowa. It was not the prettiest game, but that's a tough place to go down there and win. That's a tough team to play, and they won the game a little easier than I thought they would. Iowa made a little challenge in the fourth quarter, but tough game. Michigan wins. I'd rather be Michigan than Oklahoma right now. They got spanked today by TCU. It looks like all the good players left with Lincoln Riley, and the new coach is left holding the bag. He's supposed to be a defensive genius, but he got a little run around today by TCU. Oh, what's his name? Venables? Brent Venables? Venables? He better get some help pretty quick, or it could be a long year for that guy. But anyway, let's get some TTM fun. Enough football. Let's take a little football break, do some TTMs. Although once we're done with the TTMs, if you want to win a sweet Trevor Lawrence rookie card, or one of these other rookie cards, a Zach Wilson, a Davis Mills, look at those two. Look at that Mills. Look at that Wilson. Even a Kellen Mond, or look at that sweet Mac Jones rookie card. If you want to win a rookie QB card, I'll tell you how you do it at the end of this video. But let's get started on our TTMs. Where's our first one coming from? Where in the world is our first TTM coming from? Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm ready for some TTM fun. I got a feeling this first one is going to be good. What do you think? TTM number 1 is a note in here. That's not my note, I don't think. Oh boy, look at that. I said our first one was going to be fun. We got a party pooper from Mr. Bob Allen. He refused to sign this 1967 Topps card. Cranky 84-year-old Bob Allen. What did he put on this note? Oralgraphs, $100, 19 card, A card. No checks, cash only. Check that out. Oralgraphs. I don't know what an oralgraph is. $100 a card for. That's more than Reggie Jackson wants. No checks. Don't try to bounce a check on old Bob Allen. He said cash only. I don't know. Bob Allen, 84 years old. He won 7 games in 5 years. One of the great nameless, faceless, massive ball players, and he wants $100. Well, let's just be charitable. Chalk that up to maybe he's got dementia. But anyway, he's still going to be inducted into the TTM Hall of Shame. And I'll tell you what, he ought to have a special wing. Guy who won 7 career ball games wants $100 cash. Let's get our Let's get this out, too, for old Bob Allen. He's going into the Hall of Shame. Let's rest him right here where he belongs. Bob Allen, he disgraced himself with that. I'll tell you that right now. All right, so the first one wasn't quite as good as I thought it was going to be. Let's hope for some better luck next. Coming out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina. What do we got? What in the world is going on today? Oh, here's what we like. A nice success. Vernon Maxwell signing that beautiful NBA hoops card. We love that. Vernon Maxwell, Florida High School, Mr. Basketball in 1984. Played his college ball to Florida and led the Gators to their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. When he graduated, he was the number 2 all-time leading scorer in SEC history, behind only the great Pistol Pete Maravich. He was a second-round pick in the 1988 draft by the Denver Nuggets. He played 13 years in the NBA, his best years with the Houston Rockets, where he was a great clutch three-point shooter on the 94 Rockets NBA title team. But he would bizarrely quit during their repeat run in 1995 after arguing with head coach Rudy Tomjanovich about playing time during a playoff game lost to Utah. He just quit. Well, he always was something of a hothead. He had the nickname Mad Max. He once went into the stands and punched a heckler, which he got a 10-game suspension. He also fought with teammate Gary Payton when he was with the Supersonics. Old Mad Max, he's a good basketball player, though. Averaged 13 points a game for his career. 57 years old, Mad Max. Thank you, sir, for signing this 1989 NBA Hoops card. I really appreciate that. Mad Max. Thank you, sir. All right, that's a little bit better. Let's go next to Greensboro, North Carolina. What do we got coming out of Greensboro, North Carolina? If I can get this thing open. Oh, beautiful. Larry Hand. Oh, I like that signature, and he put his number inside the little loop there at the end of the Y. Beautiful. Larry Hand. Played 13 seasons in the NFL with the Detroit Lions. He played end and tackle. He could shut down the run and rush the quarterback. He had 2 interception returns for touchdowns in 1967, a 1972 All-Pro. Played his college ball at Appalachian State. Mr. Larry Hand, 82 years old. Thank you, sir, for signing your 1977 Topps card. Larry Hand, great old defensive lineman from the Detroit Lions. All right, let's hope the Lions can get a win this Sunday. Larry Hand, thank you, sir. That's a beautiful signature on that card. I like that card. That's a great one. All right, now we're rolling now. We're getting some successes. We got something here coming to us all the way from Jacksonville, Florida. Jacksonville, Florida. What do we? Looks like we got our note back. Looks like some questions were answered. We got our 2 cards. Oh, beautifully autographed with a nice greeting from Mr. Al Denson. Look at those 2 sweet 1969 Topps cards signed by Mr. Al Denson, 80 years old. A real good receiver for the Broncos in the late 60s. He was a 2-time AFL All-Star. His best year was 1969. Caught 46 passes for 899 yards, averaging 19.5 yards per reception, and he had a league-leading 11 TDs. And then the following year, he had caught 53 balls for 809 yards and 10 touchdowns. Great old player. Al Denson played his college ball at Florida A&M. Let's see. Let's see what this great old receiver, if he answers some questions on my note. Did you have any favorite teammates on those old Broncos teams? Willie Brown, and he put R.I.P. Yes, sir. I said, I hope you're doing well. He said, yes, I am. Well, that's very nice to hear. Al Denson, I really appreciate that. Great old receiver for the Broncos, signing these 269 Topps cards. We really appreciate it. All right, what do we got here next? Coming to us out of North Texas. Coming to us from the great north down in Texas. Oh, this is sweet. This is one of the great defensive ends, John Dutton. That is a beautiful signature on that card, too. Big old John Dutton, 6'7". He's 71 years old. He signed this 1977 Topps card. Great All-American at Nebraska. We played in that famous 1971 Nebraska-Oklahoma game of the century. The number 5 overall draft pick in 1974 by the Colts. One of the greatest defensive ends of the 70s. He led the great Baltimore Colts sack pack teams, if you remember those. 3-time Pro Bowler, 1975 NFL sacks leader. John Dutton, a great defensive end he was in college and the NFL. Thank you, sir, for signing that card. That is sweet. That's a good one. All right, we got to go down next too. For our next return is coming to us. Montgomery, Alabama. What do we got coming to us from Alabama? Well, let's see. We got to cut it open and see. I'm not a mind reader. I can't see through the envelope. We got to open it and take a look, see who it is. Oh, look at this. One of the great college football legends from Alabama. Mr. Wilbur Jackson. Look at that beautiful card. Oh, Wilbur's 70 years old now. He signed his 1977 Topps rookie card. Now, I believe Wilbur was the first African American to get a football scholarship at Alabama. A great college running back. He still holds the Alabama school record for career yards per carry, 7.2 yards per carry. His senior year, he averaged 7.9 yards per carry. First-round draft choice by the 49ers in 1974. Played 7 years in the NFL. His best season was probably 1977. He had 780 yards and 7 TDs. A member of the 1982 Super Bowl champion Washington Redskins. Wilbur Jackson, Alabama football legend. I really appreciate that, sir. This is a great one to have back. Wilbur Jackson, how about that? 70 years old, his 77 Topps rookie card. That is a great one. All right. These are more than making up for goofball Bob Allen. All right, let's see what we got next. This one is coming to us from the great state of Oklahoma, where they are crying in their beer right now over the Sooners fiasco today. Let's see what we got out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Oh, Mr. TTM Johnny Ray. I got him 2 out of the 1990. Is it the 90 or the 89? 89 Upper Deck cards. Johnny Ray, 65 years old. Of course, everybody who does TTMs probably has at least 10 Johnny Rays. It's like the Bob Skinner where Johnny Ray probably recognizes everybody's handwriting. They keep writing back to him asking him for a few more cards to be signed. So I figured, yep, I might as well get me a couple as well. Well, at least Johnny was a pretty fair old ball player. Lifetime 290 hitter. Sporting News 1982 Rookie of the Year. One-time All-Star, one-time Silver Slugger. 300 seasons. Johnny Ray. Appreciate it, sir. 65 years old. He signed these 1989 Upper Deck cards. A great guy. He will sign your card. You can send it to him with confidence that you'll get it back. Johnny Ray. Thank you, sir. Now, this next one here, there's no doubt about it. It's coming from Mr. Paul Guidry. Forgot to cover up his address. I hope he don't get mad at me. The only question here is was Mr. Guidry signed the cards or not. Let's see, because I think I sent him 2. It feels thick. Well, we got my note. I got my 2 cards back. I got one of these minis. Look at that. He signed his... Look how he squeezed his name in on that little mini sticker card. That's from 69 also. Look at that. He squeezed that right in there. Beautiful. He could have signed over the whole thing. And then the regular size 1969 Topps card. Beautiful with his number on it. Great signature from the old guy. What is he about? He's 78 years old. Beautiful signatures on these Topps cards. Paul Guidry. He played his college ball, of course, named Guidry at LSU and McNeese State. Then he played 7 years for the Buffalo Bills and 1 final season for the Houston Oilers. He had 5 career interceptions. His best season was 1970. He was second team All-AFC. Paul Guidry, Louisiana linebacker. Let me see if he answered any questions on the notes. Paul Guidry. Let's see. I said one of your career highlights was intercepting Joe Namath. Do you remember that game? He said, yes, I do, and I had that ball signed by Joe. Well, that's great. Did you have any favorite teammates on those old Bills team? Plenty. Jack Kemp, O.J. Simpson, Billy Shaw, Paul Costa, to name a few. Well, I'm glad he's not embarrassed to put O.J. as his friend. That is really nice. Jack Kemp, I might be a little embarrassed to put that down, but that's good. You don't by any chance happen to be related to Ron Guidry, are you? Distant cousin. Plenty of Guidrys in that part of Louisiana. Well, all right. Paul Guidry, great old guy. I appreciate you answering all those questions. Squeezing your signature in on this one, too. Beautiful. Paul Guidry, Louisiana linebacker. Really appreciate that. Those are 2 beautiful cards. Thank you, sir. Well, looks like we only got 2 left. Where's this one coming to us? This one's coming to us from Tampa, Florida. They hand wrote their address on there. Let's see what we got from Tampa, Florida. I hope they got out of there, beat the hurricane down there. This doesn't feel wet or anything. They must have mailed it before the hurricane. Oh, look at that. Rachel Balcovic. Signing that Topps Now card. That is sweet. What's that say? Work hard. Definitely I will. First woman to manage an affiliated baseball game. You all heard her story, don't you? First female to manage a minor league club. She played softball at New Mexico. got herself a degree in exercise science, started out as a strength coach in the St. Louis Cardinals chain. And you can see from this picture a little bit, she's a strength coach, all right. She don't have that runway model's body. She's got some muscle on her. Well, the Yankees hired her to manage their Class A Tampa team. This year, February this year, she finished the season with a record of 61 wins, 67 losses. A.J. Hinch wishes he could do that good. Thank you, Miss Rachel Balcovic. Really appreciate that. Pioneer. First female to manage a minor league ball club. Really appreciate that. And got a nice, I guess that's like a gold Sharpie. She really did a good job. I appreciate it. All right, we're down to our last TTM. This one is coming from somewhere out there in the universe. Who knows? Let's see what we got from the cosmos. Oh, Emerson Boozer. He put the card in a little sleeve protector and added his own. What does this say? Thanks for remembering the New York Jets 1969 Super Bowl III champions. Stay safe. Oh, very nice. Emerson Boozer, beautiful, 79 years old, signing this 1973 Topps card. He played 10 years with the Jets, of course. Was a member of that 1969 Joe Namath team that upset the Colts in Super Bowl III. He did not carry the ball in that game, but he was used very well as a blocking back for Matt Snell, who gained 121 yards. For his career, Boozer rushed for 5,135 yards, averaged 4 yards a carry, scored 52 touchdowns, and was a two-time AFL All-Star. Emerson Boozer, remember that great New York Jets Super Bowl III team. Thank you, sir. That is a great way to end this TTM video. Excellent. Well, those were some great returns after we got through this nonsense with Bob Allen. You know, before we sign off, if you'd like to win a QB rookie card, either Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, look at that, Davis Mills, Gridiron Kings, a Kellen Mond. He might be a long career as a, what are they called? No, they don't call it the taxi squad anymore, the practice squad QB. Well, we got a nice Mac Jones. Look at that legacy card. If you want to win one of them rookie cards, go back to my last video, the football picks video that has Trevor Lawrence in the title there. And you get all the details. It'll tell you how you can enter to win. You got until 10 a.m. Saturday, October 8th. There's also some other cards just given away. Go ahead and claim one if you want. But that's it. We are ready to hit the stop button on this TTM video and dump this thing into the worldwide YouTube video airfill. Time to go back and watch some more college football. God willing, I'll be back with another TTM video soon. I got a huge stack. Look at this stack of TTMs. I'm way behind. Look at all these TTMs I gotta go through. I only like to do so many per video, though. I don't want to just tear them open and read the guy's name and tell you it took so many days. I like to do a few at a time and see who we got in these things. But we're going to have more TTM videos, as you can see. God willing, of course. Until then, remember, enjoy the rest of your life.